All right, this is InnoFix. You're welcome. I want to take you through how to navigate through Pixellab for design. I see some of you complained the other day that the Pixellab which I was using was no, you don't have that one, it's not familiar to you. I said, okay, no problem. Today we are going to be using the one you know, the one you have. I believe all of you have this one. That is the normal Pixellab you know, you see everywhere. Don't mind my own, it's still the same thing. Okay, so this is Pixellab. Okay, this is the interface. This is how it looks like when you come default, when you open it, the default interface. This is how it looks like. Okay, with this text, when you come here, I know some of us who are beginners or who have zero knowledge about smartphone graphics or how to use Pixellab before now, it will be everything we have been doing seems like magic to you. Like uh, we are talking about mysteries and things that are like mathematics, how we used to be towards them, but it's not like that. So I want to just guide you through everything you are seeing here, and I want to teach you their functions and how to use them. Okay, let's proceed. So you see this. First of all, I want to start with this part you are seeing here. You see this part, this thing you are seeing here. Yes, I want us to look into it. Here, that is where we are right now. So here, when you click here, what you see is projects. You see my projects. And even if you saved any project at all, you will find it here. If you saved any project at all, you find it here. You find it here. I use the other Pixellab. I don't know why this one, some of my projects are showing here, but they're actually refusing to open because I did not design them here. You understand? These are my designs I did in other Pixellabs. You see, they are connected actually, which I will still find out how to combine them. So this is it. The projects, everything you did before, everything you saved as a project will be here. Like when I talk about projects, something you can easily go back to again and maybe edit it. You still have it saved in your Pixellab. Okay, even if you have deleted it in your phone, it's still in your Pixellab. You can go there and save it. Maybe you're in a haste or someone needs a design, but you have done something similar to that before and you don't want to waste much time because maybe you're in a hurry. You can just come here, add one or two things, edit it, and and save it, deliver your work. So that is it. So when you come here now, you see this default. This is what you see. Let me change. Okay, let me not rush, go ahead of myself. Then you see this first one. Here is it. This is the interface. The second one is this one that has theme. You see how it is. The third one, see how it is. The other one, see this one. See this 3D. See this text effect. See this 3D. See this new curved text. See vivid. You see reflect. See all these things, you will see it. I will show you how they work manually, how you do them manually. You see. Then this one is plain. When you want to use a plain background, you don't need anything. And that's what you normally use when you become a professional. You don't need all these templates. When you are complaining that you need Pixela Pro or other versions, it's because you are still coming up, or if you have the experience, anyone you use, you can create something professional. You can create anything you want to create. So that's the essence of this training. So the next thing I want us to look into right now is, you have seen all this one. That's just the backgrounds and what they do. So the next thing I want us to look into now is this one. No, this one, this A icon you are seeing here. Now, what is the function? Let's come to it. So you see it here, right? You see, what is the function? You see text here. When you come here, you see text on top here. I believe you are seeing it, right? You see text, you see quotes, okay? This text, this is the primary thing we need here. When you want to use text, you see when I click this text now, when I tap on this new text now, you see that these tools they showed up. These tools showed up. These various um, these tools showed up. Sorry. See all these tools that are showing up here now. This edit, delete, copy, to front, to back, position, relative position, size, padding, color, rest of them. Oh, there are many. See styles and rest of them. This one is for you to browse something. If you want to browse anything, maybe you need a font or something. This one, your own style, what you have for God for yourself. But I don't want to go into that. I'll teach you the basic ones you need right now that to make your designs. Now come to edit. If you want to edit anything, just like this thing is highlighted like this now. First of all, this edit, let's edit it. You can either edit it by double tapping this new text like this. Go back, or you click as you've highlighted it right like this, you click edit. They are still the same thing. Now let's write something. Let's write something. Inner fix. Let's just have something here. Now, here is another thing that this thing does. If you want to delete, as it's highlighted like this, right? As it's highlighted like this, I double tapped it. That's why it's doing this. So as it's highlighted like this now, and you want to delete it, this is the function of delete now. You tap on this delete and it's deleted. If you want to bring it back, come to this icon, come to use this icon, tap on it, and you see Nofix is back now. Okay, if you tap on this background and the Nofix is not tapped, you'll not be able to edit it. You'll not be able to see those icons. They will disappear. They appear because you are still working on Innofix. Okay, now another thing you need to do is another tool is copy. You see the copy. When you tap on copy, any item you selected will be copied here. You understand? So you can make an effect here now on Innofix now. Maybe create something beautiful, something very good, very okay here. After creating it, you because you don't want to go about, trying to start afresh and recreate the same thing, add every effect. No, you just do it once here in Innofix. If you want to replicate it in other parts, any other part of the design, you just copy the thing. Okay, that is what the function of this copy. I will delete it now. Now another one is to front. This to front, you will understand it better when I put another let me add a layer, although I don't want to. Let me add a shape so you understand what I mean. Although I didn't want to do this, I don't want to rush ahead of myself, but because of this, let me do it. Let me do save. Let me just click that mark icon. You see that Innofix is at the back, right? You see Innofix at the back, it's at the back. Let me also change color. Don't mind what I'm rushing to ahead of myself. I'm just trying to, I will still explain everything to you. See Innofix is at the back. Now here is the function of this to front and to back. You see enough fix. Now let's bring it to the front. Maybe you have something, an item that is at the back of an item that you need to come to the front. You don't want it to be there, or else you added an effect like this and it's now blocking it, and you need this first one to be up. Sorry. What you do is to tap this to front. You see it is now in the front. When you tap to back, it goes to the back. You see, it returns to the back. You understand? And when you come here now, this layer here, when you come to layer, you will see the inner fix is down here now. See the shape above. Though you can also do this to change it. You can also do this to change it, but that one I will still teach you on that later. So that's the function of this to back and to front. Now let's bring it to the front. Okay, we keep it there. Then we work on the next two here is position. You see position, this is the function of the position. It's just an arrow. It's just use it to move your item. You don't want to, maybe the item is too small, or you don't want to use your hand to move it and it will be too much, or it will be too, if you want to, this px means the speed to which it moves. You see, if you increase it, it moves faster. It moves faster. Any position at all, the arrow, depending on where you want it to go. Good. Let's return back. Another one you have is this one. Another one we're looking into is relative position. I believe you are seeing relative position here. So what is the function of this one? You see enough fix where it is. I highlighted enough fix now. Tap on relative position. Here is what it does. You want your work, maybe you imported an image, or imported you typed a text, and you want it to be either at the corner here, at the top corner here, or the right or the left. You see, when it's the left, you tap this one, this first one. When it is to the right, you bring it the arrow, the direction of the arrow. When you want it down, when you want it at the middle, you tap here, the middle one, the first row, middle one. When you want it to be in vertically, in the middle, vertically, now you tap this second one, this down center. When you want it to be down, you bring it down. Want it to be up, take it up. See, that is what it does. Okay, that's what we used it in our first assignment. That is it for relative position. Another one is size text. You have text, maybe you have many texts you want, or you want shape. You have shapes you want to be in the same text. What you do, maybe you don't want this one to be too much, too big, or this one to be, or you are confused how to measure the size. You use this, so you can increase it here in a fix now. Reduce it like this, reduce it like this. This is 22. See, this is 2. It's very small. You can use this to increase it. Okay, that is the function of this relative size. This padding, you will not understand what it means if I don't do this. So let me show you something. Come to fonts. Let me change something now. Let's select up. Oh, I forgot, this is not my normal this thing, but no problem. Let me use a font to show you something. Ooh, ooh. Let me just use this one. Good. Although it did not exactly give me what I want. I will also you see now, see that Inofix S is cut now. You see that S is cut in Inofix. Here is the function of this padding. When you come here now, you want that S to show very well. Some text, it's not every text it happens, but there are some fonts it happens. You see, when you increasing it, it is shifting, so you can see Inofix well. You can see the X as well. If you want to increase the left, if you want to shift the left, you see, use the left padding. That is the function of this padding. Okay. Another thing is color. Here, color is very simple. You see color here, so you can use any color you want. Here, you can use white. Good. You can use gradient. You can use red, but red cannot work on this background. These colors cannot work better. But you can use any color here. That's what I want you to know. You can use any color depending on what you are working on or interface you are working on. Another thing you need to understand about this color, you can highlight the part you want to color. You can highlight the part you want to color like this, you see, I've highlighted it. I stopped here, this thing you are seeing now moving. So I stopped at and I click on black. You see that it has separated. We have black and white colors on the same text. Another trick you need to learn about this is gradient. You see gradient, it's a blending of colors, so more than one color is being used on one text to create visual appealing. So you see it now. Anyone you click here, you see how it works. You see it. So another thing you can do here, if you don't have any color if there's no color you like here, you come to this plus icon and create your own color. When you want to create your own color, here is pay attention here now so you don't get lost. When you want to create your own color, you see this thing, you see this, you see this point and this point. You see them? Good. If you want to change the color, tap on them. Tap on this one that you are seeing something like orange on now. That is the one I tapped. If you tap on it now, you can either add more or minus or shift it or make it centralized or shift it to the other position, either in this one. I want to remove this. Now, don't mind what I'm doing. I don't want to confuse you. Another thing, you see up here, this one you are seeing up here. Depending on the position you want your color to be. You want it to be at the center. You want your gradient to be in the horizontal, to be in a diagonal, to be in both sides, to be anywhere at all. These are what the functions of these things are, depending on the effect you want to create or what you actually want to achieve. In this one now, let's just go with one. Now here you come to color. You see this color icon, right? You see this color icon. I have clicked on this black, and I will come to this color icon. I've clicked on this black now because I told you before you work on this, you must click on the one you want to work on. So I've clicked on this black icon now. I click that color. Here is what we call color wheel. You see, many color, all the colors in the world is here. All the colors in the world, they are here now. So you can change it anyone you want. You can change it to blue. This thing showing here, this one showing here is the color you are producing by the effect or what you are what you are doing. This thing showing you the color you are working on. Okay. So I want us to create something like yellow and okay, let's create black. Then when we come back, we'll create another one. By this white now, this white one you see here, I've clicked this white part now. Now click on color. I want us to create orange, to put orange there, so we can create something. Um, can create something cool. You see, you see it here. This effect of it, you can use this to work on any project. Maybe post name, you want to make it more beautiful or anything. You see, so that is it for color. There are many other things I will still teach you, but these are the basic things you need to learn. I will still teach you how you can use this color. There are many, you can manipulate this color to do anything. You can manipulate some of the designs I create. You see, some designs you see, you're wondering what do they use here or where do they. There are some tricks I will still show you. I will still show you when that will be, I may not be able to finish everything in 7 days. I think I told you that the other day. I may not be able to finish. So I'm trying to rush and meet up to make you get as much as you are supposed to get in this class. So if other people that want to take their class further now, I will take the time to calm down and show them all these things. But for now, this is what you need. So color, we are done with color now. Okay, good. Another thing is texture. You see texture, right? Texture. Texture is when you want to, like a surface, you want to use a background or an interface or a surface, or you want to make it a font, a text, or an image. Take the surface feeling or the the feel of a particular background or a particular object or something, or even color. That is what this one does. Let me explain it better so you understand. So okay, we are still working on texture. I'll still go back to objects. All these things I'm telling you now, you can still apply them in shapes. But since you're still working on objects, let's do this. Come to texture. Click texture. Click this image. When you must have highlighted what you want to texture, click this image. Now let's use this note or this scripture. So I just got a scripture. Let's use a scripture and let's use a scripture now. Let's see what we can create with it. You see, you see, you see. That is what texture is. So it's now taking the shape, the feel of that picture we use. You see. Let's try it again. We go here. Let's texture something else. Anything, you can texture anything. Let's texture this background. It will be good. Cool. Now we go. You see, when you come here, want it to fit, to fit. It not fit well. Want it to fit You click this enable to maintain ratio. You see, I remove it now. You see how it is. See how it looks like. Cool. That is how what texture does. It's very beautiful. Use it to create text effects. You can use it to create text effects. Another thing now, we're done with texture. Another thing you look into is opacity. You see opacity. Opacity is the how strong the color is, or the how faded it is when you are looking at it. You see what he's doing now. When I try to explain it to you, understand it better with action. You see, when you are reducing the opacity to the color or the elements will be vanishing, like you'll not be seeing it very well. But when you increase the opacity, you see it better. That is the function of opacity. Yeah. When you use this enabled, it's for shadow and rest of them, but I don't want to forget about it now. So you see, that is a function of opacity. Okay. Another thing, all these things I'm teaching you now, you use them. So this is a rotation. Want to rotate, you see, you see, in FX, you want to rotate it, you see, depending on what you want to do. So that is the angle you want it to be. You can also rotate it with this thing you are seeing here now. This mark, you're not seeing it very well here. Let me remove this. You see this. When you click on inner fix now, yes, you see this thing. You see this arrow, this curve here. You can use it also to rotate your item like this. You just press on it like this and begin to rotate it. That is another function. Now you click on inner fix. Make sure you click on the object you're working on before you are doing anything. Another thing is masking. Masking is trying to separate or separate a particular item, or it can serve many purposes actually, but here is what it does. Follow me on the practical now so you understand what it does better, understand it better. When it comes to shape, you understand it better with shapes. So you can use both either in or out, anyone you select. Here you can add the mask. Here you can minus it. You can do anything, can even copy it like this. You can change, you can shift it, and you can use it to create any. When you click on this plus icon here now, the thing will stop, it will begin to move. But when you click on this curved one, you begin to affect your changes. So that is a basic function of this. In the master class, I will take time to teach you what it does well, because we'll not be able to finish this one if I go into this. I will create something with this. That is it. Let me just remove it. Another thing, still highlighting inner fix, right? Another thing we need to know here is fonts. You see here I have your fonts, right? Here are your fonts. Here are your fonts. Okay. this is the one you use recently. Any font you use recently, maybe you still want to use it now. You can always go back, come here and select it. Maybe you finish a design, want to reproduce the same thing again, or you like the design, the font you used in a particular design you designed recently, and you still want to use it again. You come here. Now my fonts here is where the fonts you downloaded for yourself is. So it can either be a memory card or be in your phone. Understand? Here is the home font, the one that your Pixellab carries. Okay, there are not many. Sometimes some of them you may not even like them, but that's what I was using before I learned how to import fonts. And I will teach you how to import fonts. I will teach you how to import fonts in maybe in our next video. So you can have any font at all you like, any font you see anywhere or you like it, you can import it. Now the next tool is style. Style is just, you use this one and the one we did before. We have bold. You see InOffice is bolder. We have italics. It's already italicized. You italicized it before, so it's already italicized. You have underline. This one T is cancel, to cancel everything we did here. You understand? So that is a basic function. Another one is curve. You see what they use in those old school logos. When they make school logos, they will make it like this. So you will see, you wondering how they do the thing. This is how they do it. They use this bending, they use this curve. Okay, you see in a fix now. If you want to move this curve, if you want to move this curve like this, you may not see that thing again, that arrow here, but it's still working. I mean that curve arrow you are seeing here is still there, but you can still move it. Okay, but cannot increase or reduce it unless you return back to that curve again. That's how it works. If you want to increase it or reduce it. Another function is background. You know, some text, you want to include background on some of your text. This is how you do it. You enable. When you enable now, you see that the text InOffice has had a background. You can increase it to the left, you can pad it left or pad it right. That thing we did in padding. You see, can do it up, bring it down, depending on what you want to achieve. You see, good. Okay, you want to change the color. Actually, you can also change the color. You see, you can change the color to InOffice color. You see, that is padding for you. I want us to remove it so it doesn't confuse us. Another thing we need to learn here is alignment. You see this if you have used Microsoft MS Word, you will know about alignment. Here is alignment, left alignment. You see, you're not let me do something so you understand better what I mean here. Now InOffice, we don't just design, we communicate, we impact. You see, we empower. I just want to write something now that will help you appreciate the function of this. You see it now. This is what this thing does, this alignment does. You see now everything, all the text now are in the right, they are in the left, sorry. You see, you because you are using left alignment. Because you are using left alignment. Another one we use is this center one. This center one, now click it, you see everything is centralized. Yes, another one is this, the last one. You want it justified, you want it to be on both sides, to be even on both sides. Then you click this one. You see, everything will be even. But because our test is not enough, it's not even, it's not still even. Okay, so we go back. Another thing I want you to see, align. Another one is spacing. Spacing, you may see, so I usually apply this one when I'm using something like, you can apply it anywhere, but I usually apply it on my um, contact area. So here is how it works. You see the spacing, the text is spacing now. It's spacing in letters. You see letters is highlighted here. Everything is spacing in letters. Good. Another one, you can space it in words. That is when you highlight words. When you highlight words, you see, you can space it in words. So when you space it in words now, you see, every word now, no longer letters are moving, but words. Okay, that is the function of this. Go back. Another function, another one is stroke. This is what some of you use when I told you to do the other assignment. See stroke here. When you open stroke, what stroke does is that it gives, it adds stroke actually to the text. Now let me remove this thing so we don't, let me remove that underline I used before. Cool. So you see there's stroke now. There's stroke. You not see it well because the color is not where you are seeing it now. You see it. You see it. You see it. So you can use the stroke to create anything, but sometimes if you don't know how to use it to make your design look amateur, you can even make it gradient like this. I normally don't use gradient for my strokes. So you can either increase it or reduce it, and then anyone, your taste, good to go. Another one is shadow. Shadow, here is what shadow does. Enable, when you enable it now, your text will have shadow. Let's remove stroke so you understand better. You see now. And also let's remove this other text. Let's just use interfix so you understand better. See the stroke we are working on. Shadow, sorry. Any color you want your shadow to be, want it to be black. Cool. Now here is how it works. Opacity, want it to be visible. That same function, it functions generally. That's what it functions for here. Now you see blur. This blur is what is making it to look as that shadowish. Yeah. Outer glow. You see, this is the function of it. You see, this one offset X. When you are moving this is the function. Offset Y is the function. Understand? When you use it too much, it may not work. But here is how it works. Let's use it gradually. Let's use it gradually. Let's use it gradually. Maybe let's use 8. Here, let's use 8. 8. Cool. Let's reduce this blur because it's making it too much. When we reduce this blur now, if you can put it in 0 or you can put it in 1, it doesn't become too much, or even 2. So this is it. This is it. Sometimes you can use it to create something, text effects too. You can use it to create text effects and rest of them. Another one, let's remove the shadow. Let's remove the shadow. Good. Another one here we have is inner shadow. This is the function of inner shadow. When you increase it, you'll understand what it's working inside the thing. Let's make it here. You see it now. It's too much here. Here is this. You see the effect it's creating now. You see, that is what it does. You can make it. Now let's do something with this. Good. -2. Let's do again -2. You see it here now. See how it works. That is what it does. You know how to use it and use it very well. The more you practice it, the more you master it, depending on what you want to do with it. This one is emboss. This emboss here is what it does. When you click on it now, you see what it created. You use the light angle to shift it. You use the light angle to shift it where you want it to be. This effect is not usual. I don't normally use it because of I don't like the brokenness on it. Sometimes when I use it, even if it does not break, after my design, like when I'm done, sometimes when I'm done with my design, I find out that the thing just break. I found out that the thing just break. It's broken after I saved my work. So I stopped using it because of that. Let's remove it. Okay, I did not. If you want to remove it, disable it. Yes, that is how you remove it. Click on Interfix again. Another thing is perspective. Here's the function of perspective. Let me make it clear for you. I will use it on both of these things now, both the shape and on this one. So you see how it works. Cool. Here is it. Cool. Oh, I no mark it. For you to apply, please try to enable it so it can apply to what you are doing. So you see now the shape has changed. Now let's work on this one too. Return to text. Then we come here. Go to perspective. Now you come, bring this here, drag it here. This thing I'm doing now, enable it for so you are seeing what you are doing. This I'm doing, you can use it to create anything. All these stylish designs you are seeing. Sometimes you are wondering, how do they achieve this? How do they do this? This is what they do. This is the magic. Okay, this is the magic. You see? Cool. Can you see? And this thing is beautiful. It's beautiful. So highlight, mark it, that is how it will be. It's no longer how the way it is, because just showing you the original position of the design of the thing. Another thing now we need to do is 3D rotate. 3D rotate is to how you want it to be. You see the axis and how you are shifting it. Want it to be like this. You see it. You see, this is the function of this 3D rotate. This is the function of it. You see, this is the function. You can remove it. You can use all these things. They may not make sense now, but there will be certain kinds of design you are creating. You will need them. Okay. Another one is 3D text. Enable it. When enable it now, you see the thing, what is in the back. You see it. Perspective and oblique. When you are using oblique, see the thing, the whole thing is affected. You see it. See what it's doing. This is the function of the perspective. The depth will increase. You can increase the depth or reduce the depth. Increase it small, maybe with 2. Then darken. If you want it darkened, if you want it lighter, darken, not too much. This one is the angle. You want to move the angle. Where do you want it to face? Okay, 20 degree. This one, if you want it to turn, how do you want it to be? Rotation, just rotation. You can also use the same rotation we used before, but depending on what you want to achieve. Can off this, can enable it. The light angle. The light angle now, the just is the light that is now working. The angle is only affecting the lights now, right? That is cool. Another one is the intensity. You can increase the intensity or reduce it. You see it. You see what is happening. I will reduce it. I don't need it. Shadow. Now, the shadow that is needed. Can increase it or reduce it. Spectacular hardness. You may not see this one very well, but all these are the basic. So you see colors, you see gradients. Anyone you want to use, if you want gradient color, you see it. That is, it's all working just on those things. As ever, I want us to remove it. Now, another thing is shadow. This one is important. You use it for your designs. If you want to create shadows, you see, here is the blur radius. We make it, if you reduce it, it just be so obvious. Or if you increase it, the more shadowish it becomes. You want to expand it, you see. Opacity, how do you want it to be? Do you want it to be showing very well, or to be showing just small? And here is the color, so it works with color, but this black is okay for us. So you can change any color you want, see, but the black is okay for me, so I'll mark it. Another one is reflection. You want to make it something like, look like mirror. Now you do this, you see. When you enable it, here is what you get. The more you increase it, the more the farther it gets, you see. I want us to add it naturally the way it is, you see. If I tell you to recreate this now, this is requires a whole, we cannot finish it in one, we cannot finish this in one class. I'll give you an assignment on what you will do now. Okay, so but before then,